Emmy Race is taking off fast.
It is time to get this party started.
We're talking with the stars of your favorite shows.
I think it's a very complex story.
It was very special.
You know, I think people can relate to it.
From perennial Emmy nominees.
Isn't this fun?
To new fan favorites.
Where's my knife?
Who should be nominated this year?
Kerry Washington.
This is our collective story as a country.
Now that is one talented diva.
On the red carpet, the Emmy Race begins. Starts right now.
Welcome to this special Emmy season edition of On the Red Carpet. The nominations are right around the corner for television's highest honor.
I know how we can spend the grant money.
Janine, didn't you get your breathing checked over the summer?
ABC's Abbott Elementary is a leading contender for Emmys this year. The show, which just won a Peabody, won 3 Emmys a year ago, including Outstanding Supporting Actress Cheryl Lee Ralph.
It's such a wonderful show.
Abbott Elementary has racked up top honors at the Golden Globes, SAG Awards, Critics' Choice, and more.
We're a great show with great people, not just a great cast, but a great writer's room. We have wonderful producers and people who actually care about other people. If that's what's going to win awards this year, so be it.
I killed him, and I loved it so much.
Hulu's perennial Emmy favorite, The Handmaid's Tale, is a contender again for Outstanding Drama. The show's been nominated for 75 Emmys and won 15.
When shows as a whole get attention from the Academy, I know how much it means to our crew, and it means a lot to us.
We always say that it's something that we wish it wasn't so relevant. We wish it was fantasy.
25 pounds?
No, I ordered 200.
Among the new shows expected to get the Television Academy's attention is The Bear, which has been an award season darling leading up to the Emmys.
Feels great.
Nice.
It was really, really amazing. Yeah, and I was like, oh man, they're picking up on what we were, putting out there.
Time to try the new sandwiches.
Yo, this looks different.
What do you think?
It's redundant and white, just like you.
Like Abbott Elementary, the hit Star Wars series Andor recently won a Peabody Award. Now, the Disney Plus drama and its star, Diego Luna, could make history at the Emmys.
To steal from the Empire, you just walk in like you belong. They can't imagine that someone like me would ever get inside their house.
It's a very complex story about how a revolution erupted. It's a story about oppression. It's a story, a very dark story about people surviving and finding out the way to be part of change.
Wouldn't you rather give it all to something real?
It's hard to believe, but only one Latino has ever been nominated for lead actor in a drama at the Emmys. And that was Jimmy Smits in the 90s for NYPD Blue.
I was shocked when I learned that in 30 years there's been no Latino nominated on this category. I was a little shocked because it doesn't represent the audience, and it doesn't represent what I see on TV. What I see, the amount of interesting roles and interesting actors doing stuff out there.
I'm tired of losing.
Diego's currently filming the second and final season of Andor, with that possible Emmy nomination just in the back of his mind.
I try not to think too much about it. Obviously, I would be very pleased if it happens, and I will celebrate it a lot. I would celebrate also if the series gets nominated for a best drama. But I try not to think too much about it,
Being a Mandalorian's not just learning about how to fight. You also have to know how to navigate the galaxy.
The first Disney Plus Star Wars series, The Mandalorian, has already won 14 Emmys. Seasons 1 and 2 were both nominated for Outstanding Drama Series. Now, Din Djarin and Grogu appear to be on a course for more Emmy Gold, following their epic adventures in Season 3.
It's an amazing set to be a part of. There's so much hard work that goes into it. The way that your imagination can be activated by being in the middle of this immaculate world that is built by the best departments in the world. You're just amazed at what they can accomplish visually on that set.
Welcome to the future.
Hulu's The Great has turned out to be just that for its stars. Last year, as Catherine the Great and her husband Peter, Elle Fanning and Nicholas Hoult earned their very first Emmy nominations.
I was on set. We were filming. It was in between takes, and Nick called me. And I was like, okay, what? I picked up, I'm like, what? I'm on set. He started screaming. He's like, congratulations. And so he broke the news to me, and he got nominated as well for Peter. And so it was very special that he broke the news.
Season 3 cranked up the drama even more with shocking plot twists that thrilled fans. And this 18th century royal family may be on the way to becoming Hollywood royalty, the Emmy-winning kind.
I will win. I am me. I will pull this off.
They've already won Oscars. Are Emmys next for Michelle Yeoh and Ke Huy Quan? The two are featured in the new supernatural Disney Plus series, American Born Chinese.
This is Wayne Chung.
Wei Chen.
He's a new student and he's Chinese, like you.
The show chronicles the ups and downs of life for Jin Wong, played by Ben Wong, as he navigates his teen years in America, while also being the child of Chinese immigrants.
The show is about growing up, learning to grow up by reconciling those two halves, by bringing them together.
A pair of freshman shows on ABC are hoping to pick up some golden hardware heading into their second seasons.
If I wanted to drive in circles, I'd rent a go-kart.
It could be a straight line to success for Will Trent. The new, highly rated procedural drama is already creating quite the Emmy buzz, as the show looks to establish itself as a frontrunner after its successful first season. She's never won an Emmy, but Golden Globe winner Gina Rodriguez and her team with Not Dead Yet are hoping that special golden statue could breathe even more life into the sitcom's future.
Oh my God, you're making an obituary?
Ta-da!
Nope, no, I do not see dead people.
18-time nominee, 2-time winner, and former Emmy Awards host Jimmy Kimmel may once again have his name on the ballot this year, as could Shark Tank, a show that's been nominated for Outstanding Reality Program every year now for more than a decade.
Up next,
how did I get so far from the person I wanted to be?
2-time Emmy nominee Katherine Hahn on her buzzworthy performance in Tiny Beautiful Things. Plus, could Oscar winner Jeff Bridges become a first-time Emmy winner?
He does what I'm built for.
Jeff Bridges already has an Oscar. Now an Emmy could be next, thanks to his performance in The Old Man.
My name is Dan Chase.
At 73 years old, Jeff Bridges is in full kill or be killed mode on FX's The Old Man. He plays a former CIA operative forced back into action. The show was an instant hit with fans. No surprise to Jeff.
I think people can relate to it. A guy that I play who did something in his life 30 years ago. He's trying to get rid of it and become something else, and the challenge of that.
Co-stars include 5-time Emmy nominee Amy Brenneman and 6-time winner John Lithgow. And he says the show just has that secret sauce.
The series is such a huge success. We were so proud of it when it was all done.
My life is a mess.
Katherine Hahn's character in Tiny Beautiful Things is a beloved advice columnist with issues of her own, including a rocky marriage and a rebellious child. Basically, she's just barely hanging on.
I think everybody, if you scratch the surface, is kind of falling apart underneath a little bit. And I think that this show kind of captures that so beautifully and hilariously and honestly.
With Emmy winners Reese Witherspoon and Laura Dern as executive producers, and Hahn, a 2-time Emmy nominee herself, Tiny Beautiful Things could be on the path to a big, beautiful Emmy in the future.
Still ahead, we're sharing laughs with the stars of Only Murders in the Building. Welcome to Wrexham and Dave. Plus,
are you crazy?
Could past Emmy winners Claire Danes and Kerry Washington return to the Emmy stage?
The first season of Only Murders in the Building earned an incredible 17 Emmy nominations. And it's no mystery why Season 2 is a contender again for Outstanding Comedy Series.
You are all persons of interest in this case.
Someone's trying to frame this.
This is gonna be fine. Could be bad.
Comedy greats Steve Martin and Martin Short were both nominated for lead actor in a comedy series last year for Only Murders in the Building. The two stars teaming up with Selena Gomez in the comedy mystery show about a swanky New York apartment building full of colorful characters and dark secrets.
What happened in season 2 is that elements from season 1 became part of the mystery. And the characters had been established, and then you start to learn more and more about them in season 2 and their backstory and their secrets. So that worked out fantastic.
I also feel like that's something you can't predict, having a great, first season and then the pressure of having a second season. I thought it was brilliant, but to see it out and people enjoying it, it just makes me so much happier that we did it.
A lot of my suggestions for season 2, which were filmed, were ultimately cut. And I think that, to me, I still think full frontal nudity would have helped the character. And,
Season 3 of Only Murders in the Building will feature Meryl Streep and Paul Rudd. It premieres August 8th on Hulu.
Okay, so my dad is getting out of prison after 17 years, and today's the day.
Emmy winner Kerry Washington is passionate about Hulu's Unprisoned, the story of a single mom whose life gets much more complicated when her father is released from prison and then moves in with her and her son.
This is our collective story as a country, and we're not telling it. So we love that we're telling it, we are now telling it, and that we're telling it with heart and humor and love and, getting people to understand that this family is part of the American story.
Welcome to the tour.
This your first tour. You supposed to go hard.
Dave certainly went hard in season 3. Creator and star Dave Bird, aka Lil Dicky, took his show on the road on his first ever tour. And with this season could come the show's first ever Emmy nomination.
I think just the overall vibe has been just really well received, that every episode being its own short film in a different genres, and they can really respect the risks we're taking, all while being really funny and really emotionally connective.
Gaeta is also getting a lot of attention this season for some of his most vulnerable work to date.
Why should I trust a woman? Why should I love a woman? My mom didn't love me my whole life.
I appreciate all that, but I just more so appreciate being able to actually perform and have that opportunity, because people like me and where I come from really don't get that opportunity.
Money doesn't buy you happiness.
Oh, Toby, of course it does.
In Fleischman is in Trouble, Jesse Eisenberg and Claire Danes star as a divorced couple, both in the throes of a midlife crisis. The series quickly found a loyal audience. No surprise to Claire, a 3-time Emmy winner who could be in the Emmy race once again.
There have been so many women, especially, who've approached me on the street with real appreciation and enthusiasm. I think they felt kind of reflected and seen. I'm really proud of it.
Adam Brody and Lizzie Kaplan complete the friend group. They're also questioning various life choices, and fans can relate.
I think the Fleischman effect is when these Upper East Side wealthy moms feel stressed out about their schedules. I live to make wealthy women sad.
Season 3 of Rami finds the title character, a first-generation Egyptian American, on a spiritual journey. The show was created by Rami Youssef, a Golden Globe winner and 2020 Emmy nominee.
There's so much happening on screen that is ego run wild, and it actually makes me uncomfortable. I mean, there's people who are your show is cringy, and I'm yeah, I know, I feel that.
Hi, I'm Mel Brooks, yeah.
Comedy legend Mel Brooks assembled an all-star cast for his long-awaited follow-up, History of the World Part 2. Now Mel, who's already an EGOT winner, could add another Emmy to his trophy case for the hilarious Hulu sketch show.
I'm Jesus. General Grant.
Princess Anastasia.
Sigmund Freud. Marco! And the other guy says, Polo! It's better in a pool.
It really is a shame that you can't feel anything because you deserve to feel all the pain in the universe.
The Orville moved to Hulu for season 3. Although it's loved by fans, the show has only been nominated for an Emmy once, and that was for Outstanding Special Visual Effects.
An entertainment extravaganza unlike anything else out there.
Welcome to Chippendales could dance onto the red carpet. The Hulu show about the creation of the Male Review stars Emmy nominee Kumail Nanjiani and Emmy winner Murray Bartlett, who could make history if he wins the same category for the second year in a row.
There's a scene we shoot that you'll see where we just both walk to have a meeting together, and that's the first scene we shot, and just seeing the different ways we walk, I was like, oh man, this show is gonna be like, it's gonna work. This thing is gonna be fun.
The thought of being able to go, you know, head to head as these characters do in this show is also really exciting.
My husband works inside. I'm trying to reach him. I haven't heard from Owen in 24 hours.
Emmy chatter is buzzing again for Jennifer Garner, nearly 2 decades since her last nomination. In 20th Television's The Last Thing He Told Me, the 4-time nominee plays Hannah, a wife desperately searching for her missing husband Owen, played by 2-time nominee Nikolai Coster-Waldau.
There is nothing else to do for them except to make them comfortable.
Some of the darkest days following Hurricane Katrina could mean Emmy Gold for 5 days at Memorial. 2-time Emmy nominee Vera Farmiga and 3-time Emmy winner Cherry Jones execute the harrowing and heart-wrenching decisions made at Memorial Hospital after New Orleans was overcome with floodwaters.
He thinks someone's trying to kill him. That's insane.
A murder plot is at the center of the dark comedy Bad Sisters. It's another strong Emmy contender after winning Best Drama Series at the BAFTAs and a Peabody Award. Hulu's Wu-Tang, an American Saga, has only been nominated for an Emmy once before, and that was for its theme music. Additional nominations and a win would be the perfect mic drop on the show's 3rd and final season.
I've been so accustomed to being honest and sharing uncomfortable things.
It's that raw candor that could put the Hulu documentary Pretty Baby Brooke Shields on the road to an Emmy. Global superstar Brooke Shields shares her journey from her, at times, dismaying childhood as a young girl in Hollywood.
Object of desire. A sexualized child model. Exploitation.
Into the actress, wife, and mother she is today. Shields says this entire experience has opened a door for her and her 2 daughters.
I've been able to talk to them. I've been able to talk to their friends, their parents, and that's been cathartic, but also just really an education.
Hulu's Stolen Youth follows the horrific brainwashing of several Sarah Lawrence college students who come under the violent control of a roommate's diabolical father, Larry Ray. Director Zach Heinzerling worked alongside the survivors, giving them the chance to take control over the narrative of their own trauma.
In the process of making the film was them sort of opening up, you know, sort of understanding their own identity in a new way, and part of that was retelling their story in a way that wasn't manipulated by Larry.
Another Hulu docuseries that could garner Emmy recognition is the 1619 Project. The show, based on a Pulitzer Prize-winning piece by journalist Nicole Hannah-Jones, examines race in American history, specifically through the lens of Black Americans.
Wrexham is a town that battles against odds constantly.
Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney were out to change that. They partnered up to buy Wrexham's football club, the pride of the town, with the goal of getting it promoted to the next tier in English soccer. They documented their journey in Welcome to Wrexham, out now on Hulu.
When we met the people of Wrexham, we realized that we could get the world to become emotionally invested in them because they'd see themselves reflected back in them. Did I think that we would become as emotionally invested as we've been? Doubtful.
It sort of happened in aggregate for me. You know, it wasn't like an overnight, I was just obsessed with this club. But once I locked into that story and what it meant to each and every person in that community, it was kind of game over.
Nominated for an Emmy 13 times already thanks to her other projects, Padma Lakshmi could be served another golden accolade for her Hulu series, Taste the Nation.
Up next,
As old as time.
we'll hear from the stars who brought two animated Disney classics to life.
Nat Geo's A Small Light is shining new light on the story of Anne Frank and the woman who helped hide her.
Meep, what I'm asking you to do is dangerous. I need your help to hiding my family.
Many people know about Anne Frank, but not quite as many know the story of Meep Geese, the woman who hid the Frank family for 2 years. A Small Light is Meep's story, a story of an ordinary woman who did something extraordinary to help others.
For me, what was important about creating the show was about connecting it to now and making it feel relatable and make people think about the world today. She's displayed so much bravery and courage, and she has such an unwavering sense of right and wrong and an incredible moral compass, and it's hopefully those things that we can all learn from.
Also from Nat Geo, up for Emmy consideration, Chris Hemsworth, known for his work on film, takes TV viewers on a journey of the mind and body in Limitless.
Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this?
Nat Geo's groundbreaking nature series, Secrets of the Elephants, from Oscar winner James Cameron and narrated by Natalie Portman, takes viewers around the world, exploring the fascinating lives of the largest land animals. And 3-time Emmy winner Jimmy Chin may add another golden statue to his collection as he explores elite adventure athletes in Edge of the Unknown. 2 of Disney's greatest animated films were brought to life in a pair of unique Emmy-worthy television events: Beauty and the Beast, a 30th celebration, and Encanto at the Hollywood Bowl.
This is our home, we got every generation, so full of music, a rhythm of its own design.
Encanto at the Hollywood Bowl on Disney Plus features the original cast performing their beloved songs in front of a live audience, complete with beautiful sets and costumes inspired by the Oscar-winning film.
It was a sold-out shows back-to-back. Stephanie Beatriz absolutely did a phenomenal job, Diane Guerrero. And then we were introduced by Lin-Manuel Miranda himself. So to be there and be with family on such an incredible night, and now everybody else is going to be able to see it. Oh, no. But...
Both a little scared, neither one prepared. Beauty and the Beast.
On ABC, we saw her and Josh Groban star in a 30th anniversary celebration of Beauty and the Beast, featuring a unique mashup of the original film with new star-studded performances.
We feel very excited to be part of this really ambitious, very, very fun celebration of something we all love, and hopefully people watching will love it as well.
It's exactly what it's called, a celebration of the creation of Beauty and the Beast, and the 30-year anniversary. It really is a celebration.
We'll see if they'll be celebrating Emmy nominations soon. Beauty and the Beast, a 30th celebration, and Encanto at the Hollywood Bowl are both streaming now on Disney+. We'll see who may go home with a golden statue when Emmy nominations are announced July 12th. Until then, be sure to follow On the Red Carpet on social media for more entertainment news. We'll see you next time on the Red Carpet.
Want more entertainment news? Follow On the Red Carpet on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube.